Welcome back to another daddy-daughter interview. And today, we are on number 14. But there is a crisis. I have 0 questions left. And by 0, I mean -2, -1, 0. The reason is because when I asked you to put those questions down in the comment section was blank. So, today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, but I think you're going to enjoy it. Before we get into the interview, don't forget to subscribe, like, and still put your questions down in the comment section if you have them. I really need you to have them because I really need them. So, without further ado, let's get right into this interview.
Welcome back, guys. I know it's been a while since we've been here with daddy-daughter, but we are back. We have some things to do, and the things are done. We have a very, very busy summer, but that's not your problem. We'll deal with it. Dai'jah, what do you have for us this week? You told me you got something different. What is it?
Well, the difference is that I don't really have questions, and it's not been any questions in the comments, so kind of had to use some Google.
So let me stop you there. Don't worry about the comments, boo. It's about me and you. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, the comments might have some questions.
All right, the comments will come, but I heard something in your voice I didn't like, but don't worry about the comments. But talk to me. What you got?
Okay, so today we're going to do a would you rather.
Hey, what?
A would you rather.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And you know how this works. There's 2 things, and I say, would you rather do this or that, and you tell me which one and why.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
Ready for this?
So, number 1. Would you rather have too many friends or too few friends?
Too few friends. I like this. Because too many friends become enemies, and I don't need no enemies. No enemies. No, I need no enemies.
Tell me why.
Oh, why? Oh, I thought that was it. I thought it was a game. Because Dai'jah, too many friends begin to cause chaos. And you know me, I ain't trying to get deep, but I love to teach. Look at the 12 disciples that Jesus chose, right? Mm-hmm. He chose the 12, and out of the 12, 1 had to deceive him for the prophecy to be fulfilled and for him to die for us. But I just look at things like that and be like, man, he had 12 homeboys. and one of them was a snitch. So why do I need 12 homeboys? You know, just give me 2 or 3. You know, I lessen my chances of me getting killed. You know, at least maybe they'll just throw a few stones at me, but I won't die. But in all sincerity, in all real Dai'jah, it's just too many friends complicate things, and I like to keep my circle tight. I like to keep it real close knit, and I can narrow it down if I say something to somebody, if it get out who said it. So if I only have 3 people, only 3.
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Next question. Would you rather have no taste buds or be colorblind?
Oh, my God.
Why? Which one and why?
Okay, I would rather...
No taste buds. You can't taste that good old fried chicken with the collard greens and macaroni and cornbread.
I would rather be colorblind. Because eating is essential to our health, our motivation, the way we interact. And I want those taste buds so I can enjoy my food. Everything from, you're right, fried chicken to honey mustard with chicken tenders, to barbecue ribs, to kale, quinoa, spaghetti squash, or whatever it may be. I want to taste my food, and I think eating food and your taste palettes is something that make food enjoyable. So I would definitely want that.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So, anybody that goes to church knows that you're not really a singer type of person.
I'm the bomb.com girl. I can
Whatever you say. So I think I might know the answer to this one.
Okay.
But I'm still gonna ask it because I don't know. Because you like both of them. So we'll see. Would you rather never, ever hear music again, or lose the ability to learn how to read, or to know how to read?
Oh no. Kill the music. Because I love music. Yes, I do. My daughter, you're blessed to play several instruments, which I find just mind-blowing. But to lose the ability to read, that kills my learning. And you know how I am about learning. I think I can learn a new way of dealing with not having music. But a person that don't have the ability to learn doesn't have the ability to grow. And I want to grow, Dai'jah. I don't want 2020 to come and I'm the same way I was 2019. Because, you know, I'm not music inclined, so that won't hurt me as bad. But not learning, oh my God. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next question. Would you rather be the richest person in the world or the smartest person in the world? This kind of goes with the one you just answered.
Oh yeah,
so.
I like this. We need to do this some more. I definitely would like to be the smartest person in the world. Because the smartest person in the world will find a way to gain riches. Remind me of a story. I ain't gonna preach to you, but I'm gonna take you to church.
Okay.
Remind me of a character in the Bible. Solomon. He asked for one thing. He said, give me wisdom. And because he asked for wisdom, which wisdom, to be wise, is to have the ability to apply knowledge, he then, Dai'jah, had the ability to gain anything else. So if I'm the smartest man in the world, I have the ability to gain riches, fortune, and to spread that to other people.
Okay. So, you know how I feel about the subject of history.
Oh, yes.
Not too fond of it.
Yes.
And we're going to leave it there. But I believe that you didn't really like history, but you think that it is important.
Mm-hmm.
So, would you rather delete history or create history?
Wow, that's a tough one, Dai'jah. I can't have the new without the old and the old without the new. Do I have to answer to do what you rather?
Yes.
Wow. Would I what? Read it again.
So I'm like, you're not liking this as much
I'm not
anymore.
liking that one. No, not at all. Because you talk about deleting history. Now, technically, his story is broken down to history. I can delete some of his story to understand the real and begin to make the new so I can push forward my legacy. If I confuse you enough.
I think you did.
Okay. What I'm saying is all history is not accurate. And there's some history I would like to correct or just get a better understanding for Terrell's point of view, and not to just to get Terrell's point of view to say, I don't think it's right. To get the accuracy of it, meaning you go back to your lineage and find out your personal history for your family. I would like to correct some of that history. And then I would like to move forward and create history for my future lineage, or to pass on my legacy from Terrell to Dai'jah, from Terrell to Mackenzie, and so on and so forth. So that's a hard one, you know. I toggle between, because I don't want to delete history. I want to correct history, and I want to push forward.
Okay, that's good to know.
Good. Last one?
Maybe not last.
Oh, I'm actually
close to last.
Okay.
Would you rather see the world but live in poverty, or stay in one place and live rich?
Whew. I believe we was created to not live in poverty. I believe when we stay in one place mentally, we can't grow. Though I won't be able to travel the 7 seas, go in the airways and go different places, I would not want to live in poverty. Because if we go back to your last question, that's where my forefathers came from. I dare not live in 2019 the way they did in 1919. I say that to say I would rather stay in one place and be, what you said, rich?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they love to throw something in there like that. Not rich. Everybody ain't gonna be rich, okay? And be in a comfortable state than to travel the world and be in poverty or not have. Because my question would come, how am I traveling if I ain't got no money? How am I getting there? Who gonna pay for the tickets, Dai'jah? Just saying.
Okay, so these next few questions, they're going to be our last one, but these are more on the funny side. They're still hard.
Okay.
But they're more on the funny side.
Okay.
So you might get a kick out of them. Speaking of kicks, would you rather have legs as long as your fingers, or have fingers as long as your legs?
What I have legs as long as my fingers, or fingers as long as I think I would want to have legs as long as my fingers. Because, yeah, to have fingers as long as my legs, they would be like out there. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just gonna leave that there.
Yes, ma'am.
Would you rather get a paper cut between your fingers every time you touch paper, or bite your tongue every time you eat something?
Oh,
before you answer that question, if anybody knows why paper cuts hurt so bad, can you please tell me? Because I absolutely hate when I get a paper cut. Don't you hate that moment when you cut your finger with that paper? It's like, ah.
Yeah. I think because we are in the age we in, we still use paper, but we should have few, because we are living in a digital world. Squirrel. But to answer your question, Dai'jah, let's think back on that palate, the tongue palate, the taste, the whole thing. I'm gonna keep my tongue intact. I get the paper cut every time I touch paper in between my fingers, because over time it's gonna build calluses, and I get used to it. But on that tongue, because it's a internal organ, stay in my mouth, yeah, gonna always hurt. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I think this is gonna be our second to last question.
Okay.
So, Would you rather eat a small can of dog food? By small, I mean probably about that big, maybe. Or would you eat 6 overripe bananas?
6 overripe bananas. Duh. It's a no-brainer.
I figured you were just gonna say that.
I mean, what? You think when the banana turn brown is bad?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would eat 7 or 6 or 7 overripe bananas, my dear.
I would have went with that too.
Yeah.
That's nasty. Okay, so that's our last question. It's kind of like the first silly one I asked you.
Okay.
Would you rather have a foot-long nose
Ooh, Pinocchio.
or a foot-long tongue?
Foot long.
Speaking of footlongs, Subway footlongs are not a foot long.
I heard they were 11 inches.
Yes.
What's up with that?
There's actually, I think someone actually sued them because of that. There was a lawsuit about
How
that.
did we not get on top of that?
I don't know.
$5 foot long. They lied to us. I would rather have a what?
Would you rather have a foot-long nose or a foot-long tongue? Your nose would be like Pinocchio, and your tongue would be...
I would go with the tongue because the nose is just gonna get in the way of it, like everything. Yeah, maybe I have some kind of way I can cut the tongue.
I was gonna say, wouldn't the tongue make your mouth uncomfortable?
Well, the tongue would make you hang out. It'd be like one of them dogs. Oh, that's
because you ate the dog food.
That's a hard one. Go give me a ruler. Let me put on my nose. Nah, I don't need a ruler. Yeah, you come think of it, Dai'jah, that's gonna be hard to manage. You know, the pillow's always wet. Give me the Pinocchio. Yeah. I can just lay on one side of the bed. You know, ain't no sleeping flat. Had to drill a hole down in my mattress. Yeah, give me the Pinocchio nose, baby.
All right. Well,
Wow.
that was our Google Would You Rather interview. It's time for your recommendation of the week.
Recommendation of the week. I'm reading a book called Drive. It's an absolutely interesting book. Reason I say it's interesting, Dai'jah, because it tells you about things that motivate people. Quirky, odd things that I thought would never motivate anyone, but it really does, and it makes sense. I forgot the name of the author. I can get the author for you on the next episode, but Drive is the name of the book. It's what motivate people. And the reason I'm reading that book is because I'm seeing a lot of people today just with a very nonchalant attitude, or I don't care, whatever. And I think we are too blessed to be walking around here with the whatever attitude. And I had to really figure out what's on the mind of some people. Now, this book is not a tell-all for everything and everybody. It's an author who had a concept of some things or some people he interviewed, right? Mm-hmm. You know me, I keep playing. But it is worth us entertaining, us looking at it and saying, that's interesting. I wonder what make that next person tick.
All right. Well, that's the end of our interview.
All right. Until next time, I'll see you later.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. And as I said before, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below. Please put your questions down in the comments because I need them. But the something new is fun. So I guess I'm really not that mad at you. But anyway, I'll see you next time. We out.